Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your boy Crooks the Great, back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 4 video. And welcome to one of the last tips and tricks videos that I will ever make for UFC 4. Before we start getting ready to start gearing up for UFC 5 content. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get victories with any fighter in UFC 4. So I'm going to be breaking it down. We're going to be using Thomas Almeida, and we're taking on Chito Vera here in this fight. Sorry if my volume's a little bit too loud. Let me go ahead and turn that thing down a little bit. Now, the first thing, if you're going to be using somebody other than meta fighters, is you want to look at the matchups, right? So the matchup here is Thomas Almeida versus Chito Vera. Now, the reason why I picked this matchup to use Thomas Almeida in is because he is very good. Even though he's a 3.5 star, he is very good in areas that Chito Vera is not. Chito Vera, although he has higher stats because he's a 4.5 star, he has a solid chin, he has very good solid kickboxing, but what he does lack in the game is in the pocket quickness, which is something that Thomas Almeida has in the game. For those of you guys that didn't watch Thomas Almeida before, Thomas Almeida, he used to be one of the bright young prospects in the UFC. Something happened in his career. He ran into Cody Garbrandt back when he was undefeated, and Cody was the man right before he became the bantamweight champion. And he lost to Cody, and then ever since then, his career kind of spiraled downhill. And I think the last time I heard of him fighting was against Sean O'Malley. But he's very good, very quick, very solid kickboxing in the game. I've used him. You see guys like Romero using him. So he's a very, very good fighter if used in the right matchup. So against Chito Vera here, he's going to be pretty solid. So here we touch gloves. And you see I'm immediately trying to put some pressure on Chito Vera.
Real 4-star.
Just because we don't really want to be fighting him out at range too much. We want to be in the pocket because he is a longer fighter and he is a lot slower when he's inside the pocket. So that's what we're going to be working towards. So you see us chipping away at his block. This is not really where that area right there is not where we want to be at. So this is the second tip and trick that I have for you guys. Do not be in this area. Know your fighter's range, right? This is not where we want to be with Thomas Almeida. We are in what we like to call Chito land. Chito land when we are out at the mid-range area right here, because this is where he can hit me, but obviously I cannot hit him. So it's not where we want to be at. We want to be about right here. So this is a very, very bad kick attempt for me right there. I could have gotten countered, but luckily he didn't
not
do
a
it.
higher star fighter.
So here we're closing the distance.
Because
we're fighting inside the pocket. He's landing some good strikes as well.
He's on a losing streak, man.
But nothing
he's not
too
the Thomas
damaging.
Almeida of old, man.
We're just taking our time right here.
Thomas Almeida that fought
Turn down this volume
pre-Cody Garbrandt.
Because this was from a stream that I did the other day.
After he lost to Cody, his career just kind of went downhill.
So here we're just taking our time.
Okay.
Not rushing anything. Just mixing up our shots. We're going high-low. Nice switch kick right there by us. Another one because he's not blocking it. And now you see he's making a mistake. And this is where we're going to have to capitalize on it. He's putting pressure, but he's not staying at an effective range for him. He's literally fighting in the range that we want to be fighting at, which is a really, really big mistake. And you will see a lot of people in UFC 4 make this mistake, especially with longer fighters like John Jones. You'll see people just standing inside the pocket with John Jones when you're using Stipe or Gon, and that's not really where you should be at. Unless you're using a guy like Sean O'Malley or and updated, obviously the after buff Israel Adesanya, guys that are ridiculously fast in the pocket that are also long. You don't really want to be standing here. You don't. So he's making a big mistake, not playing out at range like he's supposed to. And that just comes with distance management. A lot of people don't know distance management very well in UFC 4. So he switched. Here's another mistake that we need to capitalize on. He switched to southpaw. Chito Vera does not have a very good switch stance in UFC 4. So him switching to southpaw is not the way to go. So not only did he switch to southpaw, but now he's also in my range. So he's literally standing damn near nose to nose with me in his opposite stance. So got to take advantage when people do stuff like that against you. So he missed on a combination, hit him with an uppercut. Chopping at that lead leg. But this kind of puts me in a little bit of a weird spot because I don't really want him to switch back to orthodox, so he might go away from the leg kicks for the time being. Catch him right there with a clean front kick to the face as he entered in the pocket. But then we get caught right there, and that is a learning lesson for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot get caught with bad timing. So he was able to land this front kick because it was terrible timing for me. I fought in a very, very predictable rhythm. And so because I was throwing at the same pace this entire round, this guy knew, hey, if I just take a step back into Cheeto land, which is in mid-range, and he misses a shot, I can counter him with a front kick. And he does it beautifully. It's a very, very good read, and it's a very, very dumb read on my part that I didn't pick up on it. So right here, you're gonna see threw a strike at an improper range, was made to pay with the front kick, and that's something that you cannot do with 3.5-star fighters. You have to have good distance management, or you're gonna be made to pay. And look at my chin health just went to shit. So he's gonna be putting the pace on a little bit. He misses right there on the front kick. We're able to recover. We're not in a terrible spot, but that was just a very bad read, and we can't make too many of those with a 3.5-star. Or with pretty much with any fighter, to be honest with you. So here we're still just taking our time, trying to chop at the leg, trying to get some of that momentum back. Because if we don't, UFC 4 does a great job of just spiraling downhill.
Okay. You'll see.
If you let your opponent build a crap ton of momentum. So here we're resetting. And this is also something that you need to do if you don't do it after you get rocked. Reset. Change the pace of the fight. Take the time, get your mind readjusted, and build your confidence back up by landing some solid combinations or some solid strikes. Right there, we caught him with a good clean knee. Catch him with a clean two-piece, breaking down that block. And now the tide is turning a little bit because we're applying a crap ton of pressure on him. And he's not landing as much as I'm pretty sure he wants to at this point. Tries to go with that front kick again. We close the distance with a jab, breaking down that block. And that's going to be the end of the first round. Now, although he did win that first round, we were able to make a solid comeback after we got stunned. We were able to apply that pressure, make him feel uncomfortable in the latter half of that round. So, although we did get rocked, we're able to build that confidence back up, like I was saying, that everybody should do after they get rocked. So here in the second round, we're going to try to maintain that pressure that we were doing earlier. But he's throwing out knees now, so we got to watch out trying to go to the body. It's a nice straight by him, but look, he's back in southpaw again. For some weird-ass reason, this guy wants to fight in the switch stance, but it's not a place where Cheeto Vera is necessarily good at. So here we're feinting our jabs off. Feinting again. Catch him with a clean three-piece right there. Hurt him. Breaking down the block. Now we're trying to press him up against the fence. And look at what we just did right there. This is something that I don't see a lot of people utilizing either. The jab feints. The jab feint is what got us this rock right here, ladies and gentlemen. So watch how many feints I throw out. Let's go back. There's one jab feint. There's two. Now the reason why I'm doing this, and the reason why you should do this as well, is because it baits your opponent into either throwing a strike, or it kind of discombobulates their brain as to when you're actually gonna throw a strike. So it creates a different rhythm and a different timing if they're used to you fighting at a certain pace. So I threw that double jab, then I'm gonna do it again and catch him with a clean three-piece off of it. You know what I mean? So he never seen that coming. He never saw that combination coming because he's like, okay, is he feigning or is he actually gonna throw? And so I feinted the jab and then just came with the straight and landed the three-piece combination and was able to get that rock. Now with that, we're gonna start pressuring. because we don't really want to let him too much off the hook. We want to make him feel uncomfortable. Jabbing, nice jab hook right there by him though. Closing the distance, stepping in and out of the pocket nicely now. And now we're fighting in Thomas Almeida land over here, which is right in the pocket.
Doing that, but in a bad scenario.
And you can see he's just trying to defend himself now. He's not really trying to land anything heavy. And now he switches back to orthodox. And then back to southpaw. Man, he's just changing up looks, I guess. Just changing up looks. Nice spinning back kick to the body right there by him, though. So now we're trying to stay as close as possible to him here. Because if he makes a mistake, we want to make him pay. Right there, he made a mistake. We made him pay with a nice three-piece. He's slipping off, feinting to the body. Catch him right there with a clean knee. Hurt him again. Breaking down that body little by little. And now he's in a lot of trouble when we catch him right there with a clean front kick. Go body, go back up to the head. Launching off combinations now because we are inside the pocket. And this is where you got to make your money as we knock him down with a clean straight. Miss on the switch kick though. And now we want to start pouring it on him. We don't want to let him off the hook in this round, ladies and gentlemen. We don't. We got to keep our foot on the pedal. So here we're just doing our thing. Stepping in and out because he is launching a little bit more strikes than what he was earlier. There's a double jabs. He misses on the front kick. We're immediately back on the pressure. He tries to go with the jab spinning back fist. Trying to catch him with that front kick, but he's doing a good job of not letting me know when he's actually going to strike. This right there. We reset. Still just trying to land some clean, solid combinations. We barely missed on the flying knee right there, though. Catch him with a clean two-piece, hurt him. Now we're going to go for the finish with the nice ground and pound, but he's doing a good job of blocking the strike so far, so he's able to get us back to the feet. And our stamina was low, so luckily we didn't get rocked right there, but we're doing a good job of just putting the pace on him in this round, though. Almost caught him with the jab hook. And that's going to be the end of the second round.
Solid round.
That was a very, very dominant second round from us right there.
It's not a bad
especially because we got hurt in the first round. We were able to change up the pace. As you see, we stunned and wobbled him 4 times in that round. We were able to change up the pace effectively and fight at our range. And you see, when we fight at our range, he really doesn't have an answer. He can't respond back because Cheeto is not as fast as Thomas Almeida in the pocket. So him fighting at this range right here really is a detriment to him as we catch him right there with a clean uppercut and sit him down. So he's trying to look for space, but we're just not giving it to him. But we are also taking a risk too, because if we get hit with a pull counter or a slip counter or anything like that, he's going to do some massive damage to us. And he's still looking for that front kick. So we're switching it up, going to the body a little bit. Catch him right there with a clean slip straight. Looking to get him out of there, crack him with a good uppercut, and that might be it. And we're able to get the job done there with Thomas Almeida, the 3.5 star. Going up against a 4.5 star Cheeto Vera. But that's the way you want to do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way to get wins with any fighter in UFC 4, as well as even when UFC 5 comes out. When UFC 5 comes out, you're going to want to look at the matchups and literally fight to your opponent's weaknesses. You know what I mean? We fought to where Cheeto's weaknesses were at, and we were able to get the job done with a 3.5 star Thomas Almeida. But if you guys want to be using 3.5 star guys like Thomas Almeida, and you guys wonder how myself and Romero and Goat use guys like this, it's purely off the matchups that we have. So if you guys don't know matchups or don't really pay attention to certain matchups, I would highly recommend you start looking and paying attention to character matchups. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. I do post UFC 4 content on this channel daily. But until the next video, guys, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.